The Lao government and the United Nations co-host the 12th High Level Roundtable Meeting in Vientiane on November 27th to debate Laos' progress towards graduating from least developed country status by 2020. More than 300 delegates from the government and development partners, donor governments, non-profit organizations, national non-profit associations, and the private sector attended the gathering, where it's being held under the theme of Enhanced Partnership for Effective Implementation of the 8th National Socio-Economic Development Plan, or NSEDP, Achieving the Least Development Goal Graduation Criteria by 2020.
ในช่วงปีต่อมานี้พวกเขาจะต้องได้เอาใจใส่สืบต่อจัดตั้งปฏิบัติแผนพัฒนาเศรษฐกิจสังคมแห่งชาติ5 ปี 38 ให้บรรลุผลสำเร็จ
In his opening speech, Lao Prime Minister Thongsing Thammavong stated that the 12th High Level Roundtable Meeting takes place at a critical moment in the transition to the new development agenda, both domestically and globally, as the 8th National Socio-Economic Development Plan for 2016 to 2020 has now been finalized. According to him, the government has described the roundtable meeting process as a significant forum in promoting cooperation and partnership with foreign countries to ensure more effective development in Laos. The Lao Prime Minister said, adding that the roundtable meeting process has played an important role in promoting greater cooperation and mobilizing funding for the implementation of socio-economic development plans, Millennium Development Goals or MDGs, and poverty reduction in Laos over the past decades.
To have these written into the national plan is extremely significant.
In her keynote remark, Administrator of the United Nations Development Program and Chair of the UN Development Group, Helen Clark, said the roundtable process also provided an opportunity for the government and development partners to exchange ideas and give their input to the socio-economic development plan in Laos, enabling the international community to have better understanding about the reality of Laos.
To ensure greater development results in the country and win health last year.
Deputy Minister of Planning and Investment Dr. Kikeo Chantaburi reported the Vientiane Declaration on the Partnership for Effective Development Cooperation. It is said that given that Laos is a landlocked and least developed country in the region, it absolutely faces a number of challenges when it comes to socio-economic development. Its economy is still vulnerable, and agricultural production for commercial purposes in the country has not grown as anticipated. The gap between the rich and poor is not narrowing, while the infrastructure development to facilitate economic growth and the improvement of livelihoods of local people has yet to respond to the needs of local people. The government understood that some donor nations had their own challenges due to fiscal belt tightening, but it was quietly optimistic they would understand Laos' genuine need for development assistance. After the official opening ceremony, the Vientiane Declaration on the Partnership for Effective Development Cooperation has also launched and signed by its development partners by Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs Salim Sai Komasit and UNDP Resident Representative Karina Imonin, witnessed by Prime Minister Thongsing Thammavong and Administrator of the United Nations Development Program and Chair of the UN Development Group Helen Clark. It is disclosed that at the 12th High Level Roundtable Meeting in Vientiane on November 27th, aiming to debate Laos' progress towards graduating from least developed country status by 2020. The priority would be discussions between the government and development partners and an explanation of the 8th National Socio-Economic Development Plan.